Hi. In this segment we're going to talk about snap discs, and that is a snap disc. Basically the snap discs on your stove will look like this, where there'll be two electrical terminals to let power through, and basically all snap disc is a switch that operates just like a light switch on heat. I have this one wired up to a light bulb, so that little end of the disc, when you put that next to the heat, it's going to heat up and let the current through. Now you're probably wondering how this operates. Well, the way this operates is on temperature. So if we took the top of the snap disc off and took a look at it, what we're going to see is a little disc right inside there. That little thing with the numbers on it, that is the snap disc. And there's a little plastic cover there on the Quadra-Fire snap discs, and inside of here there's a switch, and that switch is just like a light switch. It just goes up and down and turns on and off. Now the snap discs, see that one cooled down, turned the light off. The snap discs, that's a little cover for dust, and this thing here is the disc. Apparently my screwdriver is magnetic. This is dissimilar metals, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a little concave right now. Now if we put that over the candle and heat it up, it'll turn convex. Did you hear it click? And that is what makes it work. It clicked again. It's just heat that makes it go concave or convex. Kind of. I hope my drink doesn't taste funny. And that's all the thing. That's what makes a snap disc work. Snap discs it's just a wafer with two different kinds of metals. The snap disc in the Quadra-Fire pellet stove are the number 1 snap disc, the number 2 snap disc, and the number 3 snap disc, which is back there on the feed tube. That's the number 3 with the 2 wires going into it. The number 1 snap disc has 2 purple wires on it, which aren't there. Oh, yeah. Well, here's something you don't want to do. You don't want to take a paper clip and hook those wires together. There's on the number 1 snap disc, that is always hot, and that's the one that blows the air out of the stove. So if there should be a question if this disc is working, you could take a wire and put it in like that, but don't do it, because if you touch the stove, if you touch the wire to the stove, you're going to be welding, or if you're touching the stove and you grab the wire, you're going to be shocked. So don't do that at home. Nope, there's another one. Okay, well, we won't. So the convection blower is the number 1 snap disc. That's real simple, has power to it all the time, and it's 2 purple wires. If that one's not working, it's real easy to figure out what's wrong with that. Now, if the convection blower doesn't come on, the stove's going to overheat. So this one is right behind it in the smoke path, and this is a number 2 snap disc. This has an orange and a black wire on it with a little button in the middle of it. Now that button in the middle of it is a reset button. So when this trips, it kills the power to the feed motor. Now depending on which way this disc is flipped in that snap disc will determine if there's always power going through and it turns off, or there's not power going through and it turns it on. So this one is normally letting the power through unless it gets hot. Then it clicks and that cuts the power off. So this one works opposite of that one, and the reset button makes it go back to where it was originally. The number 3 is the same way. This one's on the feed tube, and that number 3 disc is letting power through normally, but when it overheats, it kills power to the auger motor and certain different parts of the stove. So those are the 3 snap discs. Number 1 is the working snap disc for the convection blower. The number 2 is a safety Number 3 is a safety. So if you find those things tripped and when you push the button and it clicks and resets, you need to find out what the cause of the overheating was before you go ahead and run your stove again. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about snap discs. Okay, thank you.